Welcome to the Fresh Start for Life podcast, the show that will help you get out of debt and start living the financial life of your dreams. Now, here's your host, Don Golden.
Hey everybody, I'm Don Golden. I am so glad you found the show. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you listening. This is an episode. It's going to be a little different today. Our normal format is, in most episodes, we will probably do either one of two things. We will either have an interview with a guest that will present some information that we think is valuable to you and that will help you either advance in your journey of getting out of debt or, advancing you in your effort to try to live the financial life of your dreams. So we'll do interview shows normally, and the other format is we'll do solo shows sometimes. It'll just be me talking to you, and hopefully you'll get value out of either one. But today we're going to do a solo show where it's just going to be me talking to you. And the reason that is because, now that you found the show, we really hope that you're going to continue to listen. In order to do that, we figure you probably want to know a little bit about who I am, because I'm going to be your host going forward today and going forward. So, I thought you might want to know a little bit about me, about my background, why it is that I think you should listen to what we have to say and what I have to say, and then tell you a little bit about what actually is Fresh Start for Life and why we started this podcast. So let's just jump right in. As I have already told you, and as you already heard the announcer say, my name's Don Golden. I am originally from Augusta, Maine. I went to Michigan, not University of Michigan, but I moved to Michigan to go to law school. And after law school, I really intended on going back to New England, wanted to live in either Maine or Massachusetts, be close to Boston. That's where my heart was. But, there just weren't a lot of jobs in either of those areas really at that time. So I had a couple friends from high school that were living in the Tampa, Florida area. So I said, I'm just going to move to Florida. The job market's a little better there. I'm going to be close to my friends. I'm going to give that a shot. So I did. I moved to Tampa, Florida right after law school. And as luck would have it, I very quickly met the woman who would turn out to be my wife. I didn't know it at the time, but I did meet my soon-to-be or future wife, Tamra, and we have been married now. It'll be 20 years, pretty close, pretty much when you're listening to this episode or when this episode first is going to be released, will be our 20th anniversary. So that's pretty cool. Met this lady as soon as I moved here, and we fell in love and got married. Tamra and I have 3 children. We have Andrew, Ella, and Anna. Their ages are 17, 15, and 8. So we definitely are busy family. Everybody plays sports and is involved in drama or music. And so, our family's running around, going in all kinds of different directions, but that's the way we love it. From a professional standpoint, I am a bankruptcy lawyer, and I have been a bankruptcy lawyer for about 21 years. I absolutely love helping consumers get out of debt by filing bankruptcy and helping them deal with their debt issues. I'm board certified in consumer bankruptcy, which means I can actually claim that I'm an expert in bankruptcy. According to Florida bar rules, you have to be board certified in order to actually claim that you're an expert in an area of law. And I am board certified in consumer bankruptcy. I founded my law firm, the Golden Law Group, in 2002. So it's been almost 17 years that we've been in business. Business is going very well, going strong. And as I said, I absolutely love helping consumers get out of debt. One little fun fact about myself personally is I am a professional statistician. For the past 14 years, I've been a statistician for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I've also done games for the University of South Florida for the last 2 years. And this year, I am on the stat crew for the Orlando Apollos. The Apollos play in the Alliance of American Football, which is a brand new football league. It's pretty cool. They're trying to become like a minor league type of league for the NFL. So it's fun. It's a fun hobby that actually I get paid for. So that's a little bit of background on who I am. But, now I want to get into a little bit about what actually is Fresh Start for Life. As I had previously said, I'm a bankruptcy lawyer and I've been practicing bankruptcy for a long time. And I have a business coach, and my business coach gave me a book. The book was called Lead for God's Sake. And I read that book, and it really had an impact on me. I really felt like I was being led to do something a little bit more. It was something that was a little bit confusing to me because I knew that I was very happy being a bankruptcy lawyer, and I didn't really think that I should be doing anything else. But I just had this something nagging at me that there was something more that I should be doing. And I struggled with this, for about a year, actually. I was going back and forth trying to figure it out. What is it that I'm being told, by God or whoever? I believe in God. So for me, it was God that was talking to me and trying to lead me in a direction that felt a little different to me than, just being a bankruptcy lawyer. I had done some things in the past. I had, at my church, I had led Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University, and I'd also led some budgeting courses at my church. So I was wondering if that was the kind of direction that I was being led in. I had a meeting with my pastor. We had a good meeting. He encouraged me, but he really didn't have a set direction for me. There was nothing really within the church that I could get involved with at that time. Somebody was already leading Financial Peace again at our church. I'd stopped doing it before because I'd been busy. So there wasn't really an opportunity for me to jump back into that ministry at our church. So I was just really struggling, trying to figure it out. What was I supposed to do? Then it finally hit me. After about a year of just going back and forth with this, it hit me. I could be doing more for my bankruptcy clients. Bankruptcy doesn't really change your life. It only changes your circumstances. So it helps people get out of debt, and that is fantastic. But it doesn't really change their life. It gives them a fresh start, but it's what you do with that fresh start that's important. Now that, a consumer is out of debt, what are they going to do going forward? How are they going to handle their finances? Are they going to do things differently, or are they going to do things the same? I've had people come to me more than once and file bankruptcy. It's an honor that they think of me and come back and hire us again to do another case for them. But it breaks my heart as well. I do not want people to go through this more than once. It's hard enough going through bankruptcy one time. I definitely don't want to see people go through this twice. So I started thinking maybe that's what I was being called to do. Maybe I was being called to do more for my bankruptcy clients and help them do more than just get out of debt, help them do more than just get a discharge. But maybe I was being led to help them rebuild their life after bankruptcy, help them rebuild their credit score, figure out a way to do things like budget and, manage their money smartly so that hopefully at some point they're actually living the financial life of their dreams. That kind of sunk in with me and that kind of hit home. And I realized, I'm like, yes, I think that is exactly it. I already have people that I'm working with now that we're doing good work for and that, we're really helping them out. But I could do more. I have this background in budget courses and, learning from Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University. I have more information that I can provide to people. That's when I came up with the idea of Fresh Start for Life. In Fresh Start for Life, it's a website. You can go to freshstartforlife.com. The website really is going to be two things. Really, there's two different areas of the website. There's the free area where there's going to be a lot of free information. There's going to be transcripts of this podcast. You're going to be able to listen to the podcast right there on the website. There's going to be just a lot of free resources for people that are struggling with debt, trying to get a fresh start, and want to actually live financial life of their dreams. So there's going to be a lot of free information on the site. But there's also going to be a members only section. Right now, what is going to be in the members only section are two online courses. The first online course is called Rebuild Your Credit, Rebuild Your Life. And in this course, we believe that if you take the course, you follow the advice and instructions of the course, within 12 to 24 months, you can rebuild your credit score to 720. 720 is not a perfect credit score, but it's a very good credit score. You can do a lot with a 720 credit score. You can do most anything you want to do with a 720 credit score. So it's really worth building that up to 720, getting your credit score built back up to 720. So that's going to be the one course. That course is actually all complete. It's ready to go. As you're listening to this, if you're listening to this in the first part of April 2019, this course is in beta testing right now. So it's not open to the public yet. We're beta testing it currently. So once we're finished with the beta test, we're going to do some tweaks to it and things like that. And then we're going to open this up to the public. The second course is called Your Roadmap to Total Financial Freedom. And in that course, it's going to be more the budgeting and finance management and things like that. That course is still being developed. And actually the name Your Roadmap to Total Financial Freedom is still up in the air. That is subject to change. I don't necessarily love that name. It's the name that we're working with right now, but it may not be the name we end up going with. So my plan, though, is what I really want to do for my bankruptcy clients is I am going to automatically enroll them in both of these courses for free after they finish their bankruptcy case. So that is the way that I believe that I'm being led, is to help my bankruptcy clients figure out a way forward how to rebuild their life after bankruptcy, how to avoid getting themselves back into the same issues they may have had with debt, and hopefully have them never need to come back and see me again. That's my goal. That's kind of what I'm shooting for here. So as I said before, this is something that I'm going to give to all my bankruptcy clients for free, just to basically thank them for allowing us to represent them in their bankruptcy case. Eventually, what I really want to do is, of course, I do want to make this into a business, and I do want to make it somewhat profitable, but I don't want to make money off my clients. What I really want to do is teach other bankruptcy lawyers how they can do the same thing. I'm sure there's other like-minded bankruptcy lawyers out that also feel like they could do more for their clients, and they want to do more for their clients. And maybe they would want to enroll their clients in my Fresh Start for Life program and have them take the Rebuild Your Credit, Rebuild Your Life course and the Roadmap to Total Financial Freedom, or whatever the name of that course ends up being. And what I intend to do is eventually charge a membership fee, not to the consumer, but to the bankruptcy lawyer, so that they can also enroll their clients in the program. That is the plan, and that is my goal. So that is what Fresh Start for Life is. Now, why did I start this podcast? What can you expect out of the podcast? So really, the podcast is here because I believe we have a good message. I believe we have some valuable information for people about how to change their mindset about debt and how to live a better financial life. And I really want to provide this information to a lot of people. And I figured a podcast is the best way to do it. Podcast is definitely a great way these days to get my message out. So that's why I decided to go with this podcast. Like I said, I'm so glad you found it. The goal is going to be to do 2 episodes a month. So it's going to be pretty much bi-weekly. Obviously, some months there's more than 4 weeks in some months. So we're only going to come out with 2 episodes a month, though. So it's semi-monthly, I guess. So it's not technically bi-weekly. And as I said before, some of the shows will be solo and some will be interview shows. But, I really hope that you're going to get something out of each and every show that we do. So I really have 2 big goals with the podcast. And the podcast, basically, the 2 goals for the podcast are, I really want to help people with their debt problems. If you're struggling with debt, we want to help you come up with solutions and ways to maybe get out of debt. And then once you're out of debt, or, if you've worked your way out of debt by doing a debt management plan or, something, or you file bankruptcy, we want to help you recover from that. And we want to help you rebuild your credit and learn how to manage your money wisely, be smart with your money, and so that eventually you can hopefully live the financial life of your dreams. That's my goal. I just really want to see people live the financial life of their dreams. I've been pretty blessed. Haven't always made a lot of money, as a solo practitioner, as a small bankruptcy lawyer, but my firm has grown and I'm very blessed right now financially. And I want to see, and actually, I really do believe that, I currently am living the financial life of my dreams, or pretty close to it. Of course, we don't have everything we ever desire, but we're really happy, and we have what we need and we have a lot of what we want. And that's what I want for everybody. I want everybody to be in a similar position where maybe you don't have every single asset you want, but that's not what's important. What's important is that you're secure financially. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. You're happy and content. And to me, that really is living the financial life of my dreams. And that's where I am right now. And that's where I want to help you get to as well. Some of the episodes will definitely deal more with debt issues and give you some strategies and tips to get out of debt. Other ones will deal more with the issue of, rebuilding your life and, maybe reaching the financial life of your dreams. There's going to be a lot of mindset stuff in here. So even if you don't even have debt, there's going to be something in it for you. They're going to be able to get some good information, I believe, and some of the mindset things that we're going to be talking about. And I definitely want to know what you want to hear about as well. So if you could comment at the end of the episode and tell me, what is it that you would like to hear? What is it that you think that I could talk about that may be a benefit to you, either about debt or finances or anything that you'd like to hear about? Please comment. If it makes sense, I'll address it and try to do a show on that topic. I can't do a show on every topic that's suggested, but if it makes good sense and I feel like it's something that would provide value to the audience, then yeah, I want your suggestions, because the listeners are sometimes the best place to find out what it is that's on people's minds and what they want help with. So definitely, if you have something in mind, leave a comment for me. I'd love to hear it. Okay, well, this went a little longer than I expected. Hopefully you're still here. I'm really, really excited to be entering into this podcast journey. I'm so glad that you're along for the ride. Hopefully, you're not going to just listen to this episode. You're going to come back for more. Actually, I've already recorded the first 2. They're available to you right now. Very good episodes. I hope you check them out. The first one is just about using the power of your mind to get what you want out of life, which is great for anybody, even people without debt. And then the second one is about student loan debt, which plagues so many people. So I encourage you, check out the other 2 podcasts that we've already recorded and that are available to you right now as you're listening to this show. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you get something out of it. Hopefully we're providing some value to you. And if you like it, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to the podcast so that you don't miss an episode. And then if you could, just leave us a review. Leaving a review is really helpful with the search engines like iTunes and things like that. And once again, I just really want to thank you for listening. It means the world to me that you're here and you're checking us out. And I hope you stick with us. So once again, this is Don Golden, and I will talk to you in the next episode.